Rise of the Guardians is a 2012 American animated fantasy action-adventure film directed by Peter Ramsey and written by David Lindsay-Abaire, based on the book series The Guardians of Childhood and the short film The Man in the Moon by William Joyce. Produced by DreamWorks Animation, the film stars the voices of Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Jude Law, Isla Fisher, and Hugh Jackman. The film tells a story about Guardian Santa Claus, Baldwin, the Tooth Fairy, Fisher, the Easter Bunny, Jackman, and the Sandman, who enlist Jack Frost, Pine, to stop Pitch Black, Law, from engulfing the world in darkness in a fight of dreams. Rise of the Guardians premiered at the Mill Valley Film Festival on October 10, 2012, and was theatrically released in the United States by Paramount Pictures on November 21, and received mixed to positive reviews from critics. Despite grossing $306.9 million worldwide against a budget of $145 million, the film was deemed a box office failure that lost the studio an estimated $87 million due to marketing and distribution costs. 7/8 It was nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Animated Feature Film and the Annie Award for Best Animated Feature. 9. Plot. Jack Frost emerges from a frozen pond with amnesia and finds himself invisible to the mortal realm. While he knows the Man in the Moon played a role in his transformation, the man does not tell him why he has been changed. 3 centuries later, Nicholas St. North learns of the return of Pitch Black, who threatens to plague children with nightmares. North rallies his fellow Guardians, Easter Bunnymund, Sanderson Mansnozy, and Toothiana, and they discover that Jack has been chosen to join their ranks. Jack is kidnapped by Bunny and transported to the North Pole, where he learns from North that every Guardian has a center, something they foster in children. Jack knows nothing of his center and resists the call to become a Guardian. Meanwhile, North receives a message from Toothiana that her palace is under attack. The Guardians and Jack Frost manage to chase away Pitch, but not before Pitch kidnaps Tooth's subordinate fairies and steals all of the teeth, weakening children's belief in Tooth. Jack learns that every baby Tooth holds the childhood memories of its owner, and may help him find out more about his past, motivating him to help Toothiana. To counter Pitch's plan, the other Guardians and Jack embark on a mission to collect teeth from children themselves. In their quest, they visit Jamie Bennett, a young boy who, still clinging to his belief, sees all of them except for Jack. On their way back to the North Pole, Pitch's nightmares attack the Guardians and Sandy is killed. With Easter approaching, the Guardians travel to Bunny's warren and assist in the egg coloring preparations. A mysterious voice lures Jack into Pitch's lair, where he finds his teeth. Pitch distracts Jack long enough for the nightmares to destroy all the Easter eggs, causing children to stop believing in Bunny. Ashamed, Jack flees to Antarctica, where Pitch breaks his magic staff and throws him into a chasm. Unlocking the memories within his teeth, Jack learns that he was once a mortal boy who died saving his sister from the frozen pond that he awakened from at the film's start, which caused the Man in the Moon to choose him as a Guardian. Inspired, he repairs his staff and rescues the kidnapped fairies. Thanks to Pitch, every child in the world has stopped believing except Jamie, drastically weakening the Guardians. Finding Jamie's belief wavering, Jack makes it snow in his bedroom, restoring his faith in the Guardians and making Jamie the first person to believe in him. Jack realizes that his center is fun and uses it to gather Jamie's friends, play, and diminish their fear, which bolsters the Guardians and resurrects Sandy. The children's dreams prove stronger than the nightmares, who turn on Pitch and drag him to the underworld. The Guardians celebrate their victory and Jack accepts his place as the Guardian of Fun. Voice cast: Chris Pine as Jack Frost, the Spirit of Winter. 10 He is a teenage hellion who enjoys creating mischief and has no interest in being bound by rules or obligations. He just wants to use his staff to spread his winter magic for the sake of fun, but also wants to be believed in. Via his staff, he possesses potent cryokinesis. At the end of the film, Jack became the Guardian of Fun. Jude Law as Pitch Black / Boogeyman, the Nightmare King. He has dark hair and wears a black cloak. Despite being the literal embodiment of terror, ironically, at the resolution, he is scared of his own nightmares after being forgotten. 10. Alec Baldwin as Nicholas St. North/Santa Claus, the leader of the Guardians 10 and the Guardian of Wonder. He lives at the North Pole in the Ice Castle and is served by loyal North Pole natives, the Yetis, who built the castle and workshop, and the Christmas elves. He has a Russian accent/culture persona, resembling Ded Moros. 11. Isla Fisher as Tooth Iana/Tooth Fairy, called Tooth for short, the Guardian of Memories. 10. Tooth is part human and part hummingbird, loosely resembling a canary. Assisted by mice and many fairies that are split-off extensions of herself, she collects the children's teeth, which hold their most precious memories. Tooth stores them in her palace and returns memories when they are needed the most. 12. Hugh Jackman as E. Aster Bunny Munn/Easter Bunny, called Bunny for short, the keeper and bringer of Easter eggs and guardian of hope. He shares Jackman's Australian accent. 10. Dakota Goyo as Jamie Bennett, a child who has not given up on believing in the Guardians. 13. Georgie Grieve as Sophie Bennett, Jamie's little sister. Jacob Bertrand as Monty. Dominique Grund as Cupcake. Olivia Mattingly as Mary, Jack's sister. Additionally, Sandman or Sandy, the guardian of dreams and the oldest of the Guardians, appears, but does not speak, and instead he communicates through sand images that he conjures above his head. Production. In 2005, William Joyce and Real FX launched a joint venture, Amazeworth Amusements 14, to produce CG animated feature films 15, one of which was set to be The Guardians of Childhood, based on Joyce's idea. 16. The film was not realized, but they did create a short animated film, The Man in the Moon, directed by Joyce, which introduced the Guardians idea 16 and served as an inspiration for the film. 4. Early in 2008, Joyce sold the film rights to DreamWorks Animation 17 after the studio assured him it would respect his vision for the characters and that he would be involved with the creative process. 18. In November 2009, it was revealed that DreamWorks had hired Peter Ramsey to make his feature debut as director of what was then titled The Guardians, and playwright David Lindsay-Abaire to write the script. Lindsay-Abaire previously co-wrote the screenplay for Robots, which Joyce previously produced. 19. The next month, Leonardo DiCaprio was announced to make his animated feature film debut as the lead character of the film tentatively titled The Guardians Jack Frost. 20. DiCaprio would later leave the project for undisclosed reasons. 21. Joyce acted as a co-director for the first few years, but left this position after the death of his daughter Mary Catherine 17, who died from complications relating to her brain cancer positive diagnosis in May 2010. 18. Joyce continued to work on the film only as an executive producer, while Ramsey took the helm solo as a full-time director, making him the first African American to direct a big-budget CG animated film, as well as making it one of the first DreamWorks films to have only one director instead of two and not have a co-director. 22. As with some previous DreamWorks films, Guillermo del Toro came on board to join Joyce as an executive producer. Present almost from the beginning. 23. He was able to help shape the story, character design, theme, and structure of the film. 24. He said he was proud that the filmmakers were making parts of the film dark and moody and poetic, and expressed hope this might set a different tone for family movies, for entertainment movies. 23. The final title, Rise of the Guardians, was announced in early 2011, along with the first cast. 10:21. Roger Deakins, the cinematographer who had already worked on the previous DreamWorks film, How to Train Your Dragon, advised on the lighting to achieve its real look. He selected photographic references for color keys, and during the production gave notes on contrast, saturation, depth of field and light intensity. 25. The film contains a lot of special effects, particularly the volumetric particles for depicting Sandman and Pitch. 26. For this, DreamWorks Animation developed OpenVDB, a more efficient tool and format for manipulating and storing volume data, like smoke, and other amorphous materials. OpenVDB had been already used on Puss in Boots and Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, and was released in August 2012 for free as an open source project with a hope to become an industry standard. 27. Although the film is based on Joyce's book series, it contains differences from the books. The book series, begun in 2011, explains the origins of the characters, while the film takes place about 300 years after the books, and shows how the characters function in present time. Joyce explained, "Because I don't want people to read the book and then go see the movie and go, oh, I like the book better, and I also didn't want them to know what happens in the movie. And I also knew that during the progress of film production, a lot of things can change. So I wanted to have a sort of distance, so we were able to invoke the books and use them to help us figure out the world of the movie, but I didn't want them to be openly competitive to each other." 17. The idea for the Guardians came from Joyce's daughter, who asked him if he thought Santa Claus had ever met the Easter Bunny. The film includes a dedication to her 18 as well as song, Still Dream, sung over the end credits. 28. Originally, the film was set to be released on November 2, 2012, but DreamWorks Animation pushed the film to November 21, 2012, to avoid competition with Pixar's upcoming film Monsters University, which in turn had been pushed to November 2, 2012, to avoid competition with The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2. 29. Monsters University was then pushed to June 21, 2013, with Disney's Wreck-It Ralph taking its place. 30. Music. Main article, Rise of the Guardians, soundtrack. French composer Alexandre Desplat composed the original music for the film, which was released on November 13, 2012, by Vareze Sarabande. The score was recorded in London at Abbey Road Studios and Air Studios, and performed by the London Symphony Orchestra, with a choral contribution by London Voices. David Lindsay-Abaire wrote the lyrics for the end credit song, Still Dream, which was performed by soprano Renee Fleming. 31. Stravinsky's Firebird Suite can also be heard during the scene where North first appears. This film marks the first time that a DreamWorks animation film has not been composed or have any involvement from Hans Zimmer or a member of his Remote Control Productions family of composers, mainly John Powell, Henry Jackman, Lorne Balfe, Harry Gregson Williams, or his brother Rupert Gregson Williams. Release. Rise of the Guardians premiere at the Mill Valley Film Festival, Christina Steinberg, producer, Peter Ramsey, director, Jeffrey Katzenberg, DreamWorks Animation CEO, Nancy Bernstein, producer, Bill Damashka, DreamWorks Animation's Chief Creative Officer. Rise of the Guardians was previously scheduled to be released on November 4, 2011, however, Puss in Boots took over its release date, pushing the film to November 21, 2012. 32. The film had its premiere on October 10, 2012, at the Mill Valley Film Festival in Mill Valley, California 3, followed by the international premiere at the International Rome Film Festival on November 13, 2012. 33-34. Under distribution by Paramount Pictures, the film was released on November 21, 2012, in American theaters. 29. Digitally remastered into IMAX 3D, it was shown in limited international and domestic IMAX theaters. 35. It was the second film released in the firm Barco's Oro 11.1 3D audio format, after Red Tails. 36. The film was also shown in Dolby Atmos, a surround sound technology introduced in 2012. 37. Rise of the Guardians was the last DreamWorks animation film to be distributed by Paramount Pictures. Starting with The Croods and ending with Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, all DreamWorks animation films would be distributed by 20th Century Fox. 38. Home media. Rise of the Guardians was released on Blu-ray, 2D and 3D, and DVD on March 12, 2013. 39. That was the last DreamWorks Animation home media release to be distributed by Paramount Home Entertainment, since 20th Century Fox announced its distribution agreement with DreamWorks Animation a few months before the theatrical release. 38. The film was more successful at home media sales than at the box office, having at the end of the second quarter of 2013 the highest box office to DVD conversion ratio among major releases. 40. In the first quarter of 2013, it sold 3.2 million home entertainment units worldwide, 41, and in the second quarter 0.9 million units, for a total of 4.1 million units. 42. It was re-released on DVD on November 5, 2013, and comes with a wind-up marching elf toy. 43. As of October 2014, 5.8 million home entertainment units were sold worldwide. 44. In July 2014, the film's distribution rights were purchased by DreamWorks Animation from Paramount Pictures and transferred to 20th Century Fox. 45. The rights were moved to Universal Pictures in 2018 after the buyout of DreamWorks Animation by Comcast, through NBC Universal, in 2016. It was re-released on DVD and Blu-ray on June 5, 2018, by Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. Reception. Critical response. Rise of the Guardians received mixed to positive reviews upon release. 46. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 75% based on 159 reviews, with an average rating of 6.7/10. The website's critical consensus reads, "A sort of Avengers for the elementary school set, Rise of the Guardians is wonderfully animated and briskly paced, but it's only so-so in the storytelling department." 47. Metacritic, which assigns a rating out of 100 top reviews from mainstream critics, calculated a score of 58 based on 37 reviews, which indicates mixed or average reviews. 48. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an excellent grade of A on an A+ to F scale. 49. Carrie Rickey of the Philadelphia Inquirer gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4 and found that the film's characters have a primal familiarity, as though they were developed by a tag team of Maurice Sendak and Walt Disney. 50. Ollie Richards of Empire wrote, "It's gorgeously designed, deftly written, and frequently laugh-out-loud funny. For child or adult, this is a fantasy to get lost in." 51. The Washington Post's Michael O'Sullivan also gave the film a positive review and said, "Thoughts become things. That's the message of Rise of the Guardians, a charming if slightly dark and cobwebbed animated feature about how believing in something makes it real, or real enough." 52. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3 stars out of 4 and wrote in his review, "There's an audience for this film. It's not me. I gather younger children will like the breakneck action, the magical ability to fly, and the young hero who has tired of only being a name." Though he did say, their parents and older siblings may find the 89-minute running time quite long enough. 53. Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter called the film a lively but derivative 3D storybook spree for some unlikely action heroes. 4. Conversely, Justin Chang in Variety said, "Even tots may emerge feeling slightly browbeaten by this colorful, strenuous, and hyperactive fantasy, which has moments of charm and beauty but often resembles an exploding toy factory rather than a work of honest enchantment." 54. Joe Morgenstern of the Wall Street Journal found that the film lacks a resonant center, and that the script seems to have been written by committee, with members lobbying for each major character, and the action, set in vast environments all over the map, spreads itself so thin that a surfeit of motion vitiates emotion. 55. Box office. Rise of the Guardians grossed $103.4 million in the United States and Canada, and $203.5 million in other countries, for a worldwide total of $306.9 million. 6. In North America, The film opened to $32.3 million over its extended 5-day weekend, and with $23.8 million over the 3-day weekend, it reached 4th place behind The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2, Skyfall, and Lincoln. The film's opening was the lowest debut for a DreamWorks animation film since Flushed Away. 49. While the film did gross more than double of its $145 million budget, it still did not turn a profit for DreamWorks Animation due to its high distribution and marketing costs, forcing the studio to take an $87 million write-down. 7. This marked the first time that the studio had lost money on an animated film since Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. 7. 8. As a result of this combined with other factors, in February 2013, the studio announced it was laying off 350 employees as part of a company-wide restructuring. Christopher Whitelaw Pine, born August 26, 1980, is an American actor. He is best known for his roles as James T. Kirk in the Star Trek reboot film series, 2009 to 2016, and Steve Trevor in the DC Extended Universe films Wonder Woman, 2017, and Wonder Woman 1984, 2020. Pine rose to prominence for his roles in the romantic comedies The Princess Diaries 2, 2004, and Just My Luck, 2006. His roles include Cinderella's Prince in Into the Woods, 2014, Jack Ryan in Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, 2014, Bernie Weber in The Finest Hours, 2016, and Robert the Bruce in Outlaw King, 2018. He starred in Unstoppable, 2010, Rise of the Guardians, 2012, Hell or High Water, 2016, The Contractor, Don't Worry Darling, both 2022, and Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, 2023. Pine made his directorial debut with Pullman, 2023. In 2025, he acted for the first time in a non-English role, Italian, in the movie The Kidnapping of Arabella, which was also praised at 2025 Venice Film Festival in the Orizzonti category. Early life and education. Pine was born on August 26, 1981 in Los Angeles, California. 3. His father, Robert Pine, is an actor who co-starred on Chips as Sergeant Joseph Gautreaux, while his mother, Gwyn Guilford, is a former actress who became a psychotherapist. 4. He has an older sister, Catherine, who has also acted. 5. His maternal grandmother, Anne Gwyn, was a Hollywood actress. His maternal grandfather, Max M. Guilford. 6. Who came from a Russian Jewish family. 7. Was an attorney who was elected president of the Hollywood Bar Association. 6. His uncle, Greg Max Guilford. 8. Is a former recording artist for Dunhill Records, who became a computer consultant, then later a recovery mentor/support specialist for United Healthcare. 8. Pine attended the Oakwood School for High School. 9. Which he described as a Jewish liberal school in the Valley. 10. Then went on to graduate from the University of California, Berkeley in 2002 with a Bachelor of Arts in English. 11. 12. While in college, Pine wanted to find a place where he'd belong, and was not interested in joining a fraternity. Instead, he began doing theater. 13. As a member of the UC Berkeley Theater Department, Pine performed in a Carol Churchill play at Laval Subterranean Theater and performed Orestes and Shakespeare at Zellerbach Hall. 14. 15. Pine was an exchange student at the University of Leeds in the United Kingdom for 1 year. 16. After graduating from Berkeley, he was an apprentice at the Williamstown Theatre Festival. 17. 18. He also had a Berkeley professor who was an adjunct at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, and Pine is often misstated as having studied at ACT himself. 19. Career. 2003 to 2008, early roles. Pine's first acting role was in a 2003 episode of ER. The same year, he also appeared in episodes of The Guardian and CSI, Miami. 20. In 2004, he appeared in Why Germany? And in The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. Pine played the part of Nicholas Devereaux, the love interest of Anne Hathaway's leading character. In 2005, Pine appeared in an episode of the series 6 Feet Under, as well as in Confession, an independent film that was released directly to video, and The Bulls, another short film. 21. Pine appeared in the television film Surrender, Dorothy, which aired in early 2006. 22. He played Jake Harden in the American film Just My Luck, a 2006 romantic comedy in which he starred opposite Lindsay Lohan. 23. Later that year, Pine appeared in the comedy Blind Dating and in the action film Smokin' Aces. 24. Pine performed the one-man play The Atheist at Center Stage, New York, in late 2006. 25-26. In 2007, he starred opposite Scott Wolf in the Los Angeles production of Neil LaBute's play Fat Pig, winning positive reviews for his depiction of a competitive alpha male friend. 6. He portrayed Napa Valley vintner Bo Barrett in the 2008 film Bottle Shock. 27. 2009 to 2016, Star Trek and worldwide recognition. Pine attending a screening of Star Trek in 2009. In 2007, Pine turned down a role in a film adaptation of White Jazz 2829 to accept the part of James T. Kirk in the 2009 Star Trek film, which was released to critical and viewer acclaim in May of that year. 30. That same month, he made a brief appearance promoting the film on Saturday Night Live with co-stars Zachary Quinto and Leonard Nimoy. 31. During the rest of the summer of 2009, he appeared in the Los Angeles production of the Beau Willimon play Farragut North. 32. Pine appeared in the Los Angeles production of The Lieutenant of Inishmore during the summer of 2010. 33. For which he won the Los Angeles Drama Critics Circle's Lead Appearance Award. 34. In the fall of 2009, Pine began work on the action film Unstoppable, directed by Tony Scott and written by Mark Baumbach, which was released in November 2010. In the film, he played a young train conductor who helped a veteran railroad engineer, Denzel Washington, stop an unmanned, half-mile-long, runaway freight train carrying toxic liquids and poisonous gases from wiping out a nearby city. 35. New archival link needed. The Hollywood Reporter named Pine as one of the young male actors who are pushing or being pushed into taking over Hollywood as the new A-list. 36. In 2011, Pine sat down with William Shatner, the actor who originated the role of Captain Kirk more than 40 years earlier, for the feature-length documentary The Captains, which Shatner wrote and directed. The film had Shatner interview Pine about his career and how taking the role of Kirk felt. 37. Pine at the Australian premiere of Star Trek Into Darkness in 2013. Pine filmed the romantic comedy This Means War with Reese Witherspoon and Tom Hardy during the fall of 2010 in Vancouver. 38. This Means War was released in February 2012. 39. Pine voiced the character of Jack Frost in Rise of the Guardians. 40. Pine co-starred with Elizabeth Banks, Olivia Wilde, and Michelle Pfeiffer in the family drama People Like Us, which was filmed in early 2011 and released in June 2012. 41. He reprised the role of Kirk in the sequel to 2009 Star Trek, titled Star Trek Into Darkness, released in the US on May 15, 2013. 42. In 2009, Pine entered talks to play CIA analyst Jack Ryan in a reboot of Tom Clancy's novels. 43. He starred in Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, which was released in 2014. Pine was the fourth actor to play the character, after Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, and Ben Affleck. 44. In 2014, Pine was in talks to star in a thriller about the United States Coast Guard, The Finest Hours 45, released in January 2016. 46. He guest starred in Netflix's Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp 47 and lent his voice for Supermansion in 2015. 48. In May 2015, Pine was confirmed to play one of the Howard brothers along with Ben Foster in Hell or High Water, originally called Comancheria. 49 After premiering at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival, the film was released in August 2016. 50 Clayton Davis of Variety found Pine's performance in the film to be his best, writing that Pine shows his reserved range as a leading man. 3. Pine reprised the role of Kirk in Star Trek Beyond. Filming began in June 2015 in Canada 51 and the film was released in the US in July 2016. 52 Also in July 2016, he received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Character Voice-Over Performance for his work on the series Supermansion. 53 That same year, Pine was featured on singer Barbra Streisand's album Encore, Movie Partners Sing Broadway, in which the two duet on a medley of the songs I'll Be Seeing You and I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face. 54. 2017, present, Wonder Woman and continued film roles. In 2015, Pine was cast as Steve Trevor, opposite Gal Gadot, in the superhero film Wonder Woman. 55 The film was released in June 2017 to positive reviews. 56 Also in 2017, he reprised his roles in the second season of Supermansion and the film Wet Hot American Summer. 10 years later 58 guest starred in the third season of Angie Tribeca, including an episode where his father was also a guest star, 59 and narrated the season 2 finale episode of National Geographic's Breakthrough. 60. Pine attending the premiere of Outlaw King at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival. In 2018, Pine played Dr. Alexander Murray in the fantasy film A Wrinkle in Time, based on the novel of the same name 61-62 and starred as Robert the Bruce in Outlaw King. 63 The latter project began filming in August 2017 in Scotland and was released on Netflix in November 2018. 64-65 Also that year, Pine voiced a version of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, in the animated film Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. 66 In August 2018, Pine reportedly would not be reprising his role as Kirk in the fourth film of the Star Trek film series after contract negotiations fell through. 67. In July 2017, the U.S. cable network TNT announced Pine would play the role of Jay Singletary in a 6-episode television drama, One Day She'll Darken. He also served as an executive producer alongside director Patty Jenkins and writer Sam Sheridan. 68 The show, ultimately titled I Am the Night, began airing in January 2019. 69 In 2020, Pine appeared as Wesley in home movie, The Princess Bride for Quibi to raise money for World Central Kitchen. 70 In June 2018, it was announced that Pine would appear in the Wonder Woman sequel, titled Wonder Woman 1984, as Steve Trevor. 71 The film was released in December 2020. 72 After Pine became attached to star in a film adaptation of the novel All the Old Knives in 2017, Amazon Studios picked up the film in 2020, with Pine and Thandaiwi Newton starring and Janice Metz-Peterson directing. 73 Pine also executive produced the film. 74 The film was released in limited theaters and on streaming on Amazon Prime Video in April 2022. 75. Pine executive produced and starred in the 2022 action thriller The Contractor 76-77 and appeared in Don't Worry Darling, a psychological thriller film directed by Olivia Wilde, released in September 2022. 78 In December 2020, it was announced that Pine will star in Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, a film based on the role-playing game of the same name. 79 The film, released in March 2023, was a critical but not a commercial success. Pine made his directorial debut with the noir comedy Pullman, 2023, where he also starred as the lead. 80 The film debuted at the 2022 Toronto International Film Festival to negative reviews. The film is reportedly a comedic mystery in the vein of Chinatown, 1974, and was co-produced by Patty Jenkins and co-starred Annette Bening, Danny DeVito, and Ariana DeBose. Owen Gleiberman of Variety wrote, The film is not only the worst film I saw during the fall festival season but would likely be one of the worst films in any year it came out," he added at the Toronto Film Festival showing I attended. "There were a lot of walkouts." 81. The Hollywood Reporter noted, given its world premiere at Toronto, where it arrived looking for distribution, this stiff will likely have a tough time finding a home based on the tepid response from the customarily effusive festival audience. 82. In August 2024, he made his debut for Italian cinema. 83. Pine starred in the Disney animated film Wish, providing the voice of the main antagonist King Magnifico. Personal life. Pine was in a relationship with South African model Dominique Pike from late 2011 to early 2013. 84. He was in a relationship with British actress Annabelle Wallis from 2018 to early 2022. 85-86. He is currently in a relationship with designer Kiana Sky Wenger since 2023. 87. On March 1, 2014, while filming Z for Zachariah in New Zealand, Pine was arrested by police near Methven after failing to pass a routine roadside breath alcohol test. 88-89. He pleaded guilty to drunk driving on March 17, stating that he drank 4 vodkas at a local pub. Pine was disqualified from driving in New Zealand for 6 months and ordered to pay $93 in reparation. He had a clean record, and the judge said that the incident was out of character. 90-91. Regarding his outlook on religion, Pine said, "I definitely have a spiritual outlook. I am not a religious guy, I am probably agnostic." 92. Pine is frequently cited as part of a group of Hollywood actors commonly known as the Hollywood Chris's, which also includes Chris's Evans, Hemsworth, and Pratt. 93-94. During his opening monologue while hosting Saturday Night Live on May 6, 2017, Pine performed a skit explaining the differences between himself and the other Chris's. 95-96. Politics. Politically, Pine has called himself a left-leaning liberal. 97. He has said that both Democrats and Republicans tend to be interchangeable when it comes to certain actions, citing President Obama's strengthening of the Patriot Act. 98. During the 2016 presidential campaign, Pine joined Star Trek franchise actors and directors George Takei, John Cho, Simon Pegg, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, Brian Fuller, J.J. Abrams, Justin Lin, and Adam Nimoy in support of a movement called Trek Against Trump. The movement endorsed Hillary Clinton. 99. On November 1, 2016, Pine, along with director Joss Whedon, released a video urging people to vote in the upcoming elections. While the video was a parody of Congress in general, certain commentators took the video to represent the Republican Congress. 100, 101, 102. In 2020, Pine supported Joe Biden's presidential campaign. David Jude Hayworth Law, born December 29, 1972, is an English actor. He began his career in British theatre before landing small roles in various television productions and feature films. Law gained international recognition for his role in Anthony Minghell's The Talented Mr. Ripley, 1999, for which he won the BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role and was nominated for the Academy Award in the same category. Law found further critical and commercial success in Steven Spielberg's AI. Artificial Intelligence, 2001, Sam Mendes' Road to Perdition, 2002, Minghell's Cold Mountain, 2003, for which he earned Academy Award and BAFTA nominations, in addition to the drama Closer, 2004, and the romantic comedy The Holiday, 2006. His subsequent roles were as Dr. Watson in Sherlock Holmes, 2009, and Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, 2011, a young Albus Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, 2018, and Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, 2022, and Jan Rog in Captain Marvel, 2019, all of which rank among his highest-grossing releases. Other notable films include Contagion, 2011, Hugo, 2011, Side Effects, 2013, The Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014, and Spy, 2015, as well as the television series The Young Pope, 2016, The New Pope, 2020, and Star Wars, Skeleton Crew, 2024, earning a Children's and Family Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Performer nomination for the latter. In addition to his film work, Law has performed in several West End and Broadway productions including Les Parents Terribles in 1994, Hamlet in 2010, and Anna Christie in 2011. These earned him nominations for 2 Tony Awards. He has also been awarded the honorary César in 2007. Early life and education. David Jude Hayworth Law I was born on December 29, 1972 in the London borough of Lewisham to Peter Robert Law and Margaret Ann Hayworth, who were both teachers. His father later became, according to Law, the youngest headmaster in London. His maternal grandmother is Welsh and had originally been long lost from his family because Law's mother had been put up for adoption as a child. Law was given the first name David after the best friend of his father, but has always been referred to by his middle name, Jude 5, which was taken both from the protagonist of Thomas Hardy's novel Jude the Obscure and the Beatles song Hey Jude. He grew up in Blackheath, an area in the borough of Greenwich, with his older sister 7 Natasha 8 where he was educated, first at John Ball Primary School 9 then briefly at Kidbrooke School 10 and then at Alleyne School 9. Career 1987 to 1999, early work and breakthrough. Law began acting in 1987 with the National Youth Music Theatre 11 though his interest in performing began during his childhood, having been previously cast in a St. George and the Dragon rendition as a 5-year-old. Having grown a dislike for school, Law dropped out at age 17 to pursue acting 12 playing various roles in the Edinburgh Fringe awarded play The Ragged Child. 1 of his first major stage roles was Foxtrot Darling in Philip Ridley's The Fastest Clock in the Universe, which he performed at the Hampstead Theatre in London. 14 Law went on to appear as Michael in the 1994 West End rendition of Jean Cocteau's tragicomedy Les Parents Terribles, directed by Sean Matthias. 15-16 This performance earned him a Laurence Olivier Award nomination for Outstanding Newcomer 17 as well as a Ian Charleson Award under the same category title. 18 Following a title change to Indiscretions, the play was reworked and transferred to Broadway in 1995, where Law acted opposite Kathleen Turner, Roger Rees, and Cynthia Nixon. 1920 This role earned him a Tony Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor 21 and the Theatre World Award. 22. In 1989, Law received his first television role in a film based on the Beatrix Potter children's book, The Tailor of Gloucester. Following this, he took on minor roles in various British television series, including a 2-year stint in the Granada TV-produced ITV soap opera Families. 23 He also appeared in the episode Show's Coombe Old Place in ITV's Sherlock Holmes 24 and he played the leading role in the BFI/Channel 4 short The Crane, 1992. 25. In 1994, Law appeared in his first major leading film role with the British crime drama Shopping, which also starred his then future wife, Sadie Frost. 25 He later gained prominence for his role in the Oscar Wilde biopic Wilde, 1997, for which he won the Evening Standard British Film Award for Most Promising Newcomer as well as a London Film Critics Circle Award for his portrayal of Lord Alfred Douglas. 26-27 The glamorous young lover of Stephen Fry's Wilde. 12 The New York Times reviewer Janet Maslin noted that Law's voluptuous beauty and mocking, boyish petulance gives Douglas a rock star's presence. 28. Other reviewers including William Gallagher also complimented Law's appearance as the character. 29-30 In Andrew Niccol's science fiction film Gattaca, 1997, Law took on the role of a disabled former swimming star living in a eugenics-obsessed dystopia. 31 in Clint Eastwood's Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, 1997, he played the role of Billy Hansen, a male prostitute killed by his partner, an art dealer portrayed by Kevin Spacey. 32-33 Law also played Stephen Grlscz, a vampire and an expert seducer, in The Wisdom of Crocodiles, 1998. 34-35. In 1999, Law starred alongside Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Cate Blanchett, and Philip Seymour Hoffman in the psychological thriller film The Talented Mr. Ripley, directed by Anthony Minghella. 36 Law learned to play the saxophone for his role in the film 37, and his performance earned him the BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role 38, as well as nominations for the Golden Globe Award and Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. 39 The Guardian film critic Peter Bradshaw commented on Law giving a very stylish and charismatic performance as the exquisite Dickie, all cruelty and caprice. 40. At this time, Law and his then-wife Sadie Frost were members of the Primrose Hill Set 41, which, along with other members such as Johnny Lee Miller 42, led to the 1996 creation of production company Natural Nylon 43, which he would later leave in 2003. 44. 2000 to 2008, expansion and critical recognition. Law at the 2007 Toronto International Film Festival. In 2001, Law starred as Russian sniper Vasily Zaitsev in the film Enemy at the Gates, and learned ballet dancing for the film AI. Artificial Intelligence, 2001. 45 In 2002, Law played a mob hitman in Sam Mendes's 1930s period drama Road to Perdition. 6 In 2003, he again collaborated with director Minghella for the period war film Cold Mountain opposite Nicole Kidman and Renee Zellweger, for which he received nominations for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Drama 46-27, the BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role 47, and the Academy Award for Best Actor. 48. Law, an admirer of Laurence Olivier, suggested the actor's image be included in the 2004 film Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Using computer graphics technology, footage of the young Olivier was merged into the film, playing Dr. Totenkopf, a mysterious scientific genius and supervillain. 4950 Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow would be the final film produced by Natural Nylon, which had folded with the departure of its founding members, including Law. The company did not see major successes. 51 Also in 2004, Law portrayed the title character in Alfie, a remake of Bill Naughton's 1966 film, playing the role originated by Michael Caine. 52 53 54 The remake received negative reviews and flopped at the box office. 55 Law later took on another of Caine's earlier roles in the 2007 film Sleuth, adapted by Nobel laureate in literature Harold Pinter and playing opposite Caine himself, who took on the mentor role originated by Laurence Olivier. 56 People magazine named Law the sexiest man alive in their November 2004 issue, with his I Heart Huckabees co-star Naomi Watts quoted as saying he's the most beautiful man who ever walked the earth, an absolutely perfect oil painting. 57. In 2006, he portrayed the role of a single parent in the American romantic comedy film The Holiday, written, produced and directed by Nancy Meyers. 58 In 2007, Law starred alongside Norah Jones in the romantic drama My Blueberry Nights, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. Additionally, he received the honorary César at the 32nd César Awards 59/60 and was named a Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters by Gerard Herrera, the French ambassador. 61/62 By the end of the year, Law was one of the top 10 A-list of the most bankable film stars in Hollywood, according to the Ulmer scale. 63. 2009, present, return to theater and other projects. Law at the 2011 Cannes Film Festival. In May 2009, Law returned to the London stage to portray the title role in William Shakespeare's Hamlet at the Donmar Warehouse West End season at Wyndham's Theatre. The BBC reported a fine and solid performance but included other reviews of Law's interpretation that were mixed. 64 There was a further run of the production at Elsinore Castle in Denmark from 25 to August 30, 2009. 65 In September 2009, the production transferred to the Broadhurst Theatre in New York City. The Washington Post felt the much-anticipated performance was highly disappointing. 66 Nonetheless, he was nominated for the Tony Award for Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Play, and at the Critics Circle Theatre Awards ceremony, he was presented with the John and Wendy Trewin Award for Best Shakespearean Performance. 67-68 Also in 2009, Law became one of 3 actors who took over the role of actor Heath Ledger in Terry Gilliam's film The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Along with Law, actors Johnny Depp and Colin Farrell portray 3 separate dimensions in the film. 69-70 In 2010, Law appeared opposite Forest Whitaker in the dark science fiction comedy Repo Man 71 and also starred as Dr. Watson in Guy Ritchie's adaptation of Sherlock Holmes, alongside Robert Downey, Jr., and Rachel McAdams 72, as well as the 2011 sequel, Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. 73 In 2009, Law starred as a drag-performing supermodel in Sally Potter's film Rage. 74-75 He portrayed blogger Alan Crumweed in the 2011 medical thriller Contagion. The Hollywood Reporter critic Todd McCarthy called the character excellent and praised the compelling ferociousness of Law's portrayal. 76. Law at the 2018 San Diego Comic-Con. In May 2015, it was announced that Law would portray Lenny Belardo/Pius XIII, an American cardinal who becomes the Pope. 77 A 10-episode series titled The Young Pope was jointly produced by Sky Atlantic and Canal Plus with HBO, and directed by Paolo Sorrentino. The series began airing in various countries in October 2016. 78 In their respective reviews for The Guardian and The New York Times, Rebecca Nicholson praised the surprising charm with which Law strikes a balance between the qualities of a vindictive authoritarian and wounded man-child, while James Pony Wozik described his role as saddled with stiff dialogue. 79-80 Law reprised in the role in the spin-off series The New Pope, which premiered on HBO on January 13, 2020. 81 He also starred in the miniseries The Third Day, which premiered on HBO on September 14, 2020. 82. Law portrayed Albus Dumbledore, a wizard, in the fantasy film Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. 83 It was released on November 16, 2018, to mixed reviews. 84-85 Law acted as a screenwriter in Woody Allen's A Rainy Day in New York, 2019. 86 Law also portrayed Yon-Rogg in the 2019 Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero film Captain Marvel. 87 which was a global box office success, grossing over $1 billion worldwide. 88 In 2023, Law played the villainous Captain Hook in Peter Pan and Wendy, a live-action adaptation of the animated film Peter Pan, which was released directly onto Disney Plus on April 28, 2023. 89 He is set to star in the limited series The Auteur. 90. Law next starred as pirate Captain Jod Nawood in Star Wars: Skeleton Crew, which premiered on Disney Plus on December 2, 2024, to generally positive reviews. 91 Law was attached to play artist Roland Penrose in Lee, a World War II-era drama film directed by Ellen Karaz. 92 but was later replaced by Alexander Skarsgård. 93 Also in 2024, he starred alongside Ana de Armas, Vanessa Kirby, and Sydney Sweeney in Ron Howard's historical survival thriller film Eden, playing Dr. Friedrich Ritter. In 2025, Law played real-life Russian President Vladimir Putin in Olivier Assayas's political drama The Wizard of the Kremlin. 94 The film premiered at the Venice Film Festival. 94. Other work. Activism. In 2002, Law directed a Respect for Animals anti-fur cinema commercial, titled Fur and Against. It used music composed by Gary Kemp, and included appearances by Law, Chrissy Hint, Moby, George Michael, Danny Goffey, Rhys Ifans, Sadie Frost, Helena Christensen, Sir Paul McCartney, Melanie C., and Stella McCartney. 95. In 2013, Law, representing PETA, wrote a letter to the World Trade Organization in support of keeping the European Union's restrictions against the seal trade. The restriction, which had been implemented 3 years prior, faced opposition from the Canadian government. 96. In 2011, Law joined street protests against Alexander Lukashenko and his crackdown on the Belarusian democracy movement. 97. Afghanistan peace efforts. In July 2007, Law and Jeremy Gilley were in Afghanistan over a period of 10 days to document peace commitments and activities there for an upcoming film and for marking the UN International Day of Peace. 98-99. Accompanied by UNICEF representative Catherine Bing, they traveled and filmed in dangerous areas of eastern Afghanistan with a film crew, interviewing children, government ministers, community leaders, and UN officials. 100. They also filmed at schools and visited various UNICEF-supported programs inside and outside the capital Kabul. 101. 102. The efforts of Peace One Day are coordinated in celebration of the annual International Day of Peace, on September 21. 103. 104. The film, named The Day After Peace, premiered at the Cannes Film Festival 105, 106, 107, after which it was further shown at a gala screening at the Royal Albert Hall on September 21, 2008. 108. On August 30, 2008, Law and Gilley returned to Afghanistan to help keep up momentum around Peace Day. They met President Hamid Karzai, top NATO and UN officials, and members of the aid community, where they also screened The Day After Peace, which features activities that took place throughout Afghanistan in 2007. It also highlights support from UNICEF and the WHO for the peaceful immunization of 1.4 million children against polio in insecure areas. 109, 110, 111, 112. Philanthropy. In 2004, Law launched a campaign to raise £2.5 million towards the Young Vic Theatre's £12.5 million redevelopment project 113, 114, 115, with the theatre successfully reopening in 2006. 116. As of 2007, Law was chairman of the Young Vic Committee, during which he expressed dignity for his contributions towards the theatre. 117. In 2006, he joined Robbie Williams in the Soccer Aid celebrity football match to benefit UNICEF. 118. In 2006, he starred in an anthology of Samuel Beckett readings and performances directed by Anthony Minghella. With the Beckett Gala evening at the Reading Town Hall, more than £22,000 was donated for the Macmillan Cancer Support. 119. Also in 2006, Frost and Law directed a Shakespeare play in a South African orphanage. He traveled to Durban with Frost and their children to help children who have lost their parents to AIDS. 120. In July 2007, as patron of the charity, he helped kick off the month-long tour of the AIDS-themed musical Thula Sizwe by the Young Zulu Warriors. 121. Also in 2007, he encouraged the Friends of the Earth/The Big Ask campaign, asking British government to take action against climate change. 122, 123, 124. Law has done charity work for organizations such as Make Poverty History, the Rhys Daniels Trust, and the Wave Trauma Center. 125. He supports the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Pride of Britain Awards. 126, 127, 128, 129. He is the chairman of the Music for Tomorrow Foundation to help rebuild Katrina-devastated New Orleans. 130, 131. Law serves as an ambassador of the Prince of Wales Children and the Arts Foundation. 132. He supports breast cancer care. 133. And in December 2008 he supported the Willow Foundation by creating a small canvas for their campaign Stars on Canvas. 134, 135, 136. In April 2009 he supported the charity Education Africa with the gift of a mask he had painted and signed himself. The campaign was launched on eBay by Education Africa. 137. Law, alongside Judi Dench, helped save St. Stephen's Church in Hampstead. They supported the campaign, which raised £4.5 million to refurbish the Victorian Church in North London. The building reopened in March 2009 as an arts and community centre. 138, 139. Real-time movie. In early 2007, Law shot the short film real-time movie trailer at Borough Market, South London. Instead of promoting a film, this trailer, which appeared among regular trailers in selected cinemas across London starting November 19, 2007, advertised a live event, real-time movie by Polish artist Paweł Althamer. Hundreds turned up for this unfilmed reenactment, in real time, of the sequence of events shown in real-time movie trailer by the same actors, including Althamer as a Polish laborer, held on November 30, 2007. The performance was commissioned by Tate Modern as part of its The World as a Stage exhibition, which explored the boundaries between arts and reality. 140, 141, 142. Music. Law is a featured artist on Vampire Weekend's 2019 album, Father of the Bride, in which he recites Thomas Campbell's poem Lord Ulan's Daughter during the song of the same name. 143. Modeling. Since 2005, Law has represented Dunhill as an apparel ambassador in Asia. 144, where in 2008 he became the international face of the brand and began appearing in worldwide advertising campaigns. 145, 146. That same year, Law became the face of the men's perfume, Homme Sport by Dior. 147, 148. In 2022, both Law and his son Raf became ambassadors for Italian luxury brand Brioni. 149. Personal life. In 2010, Law purchased a property in Highgate, London 150, moving from Primrose Hill with his then partner Sienna Miller. 151, 152. His residence was at the Grove, a street known for its notable residents. 153. Throughout the 2000s, an unhealthy amount of information about Law's life had been in the possession of the media, prompting his involvement in the News International phone hacking scandal. Additionally, a family member of his was alleged to have been paid by News of the World to share information with them. 154. Family and relationships. Law is the younger brother of Natasha Law, an illustrator and artist based in London. 155, 156. His parents live in Vaudelnay, France, where they run their own drama school and theatre. 157. Law has been a supporter of the Premier League football club Tottenham Hotspur, nicknamed Spurs, since 1981, a love which came from his grandfather Eric. When asked whether acting on stage or supporting Spurs was more stressful, Law replied, "Oh, supporting Spurs, undoubtedly." 158, 159. In 1997, Law married actress Sadie Frost. 160, whom he had met in 1992 on the set of Shopping. 161. They have 3 children, including Raf and Iris. 162. On October 29, 2003, the couple divorced. 163. While filming Alfie in late 2003, Law and co-star Sienna Miller began a relationship, and became engaged in 2004. 164. On July 8, 2005, Law issued a public apology to Miller for having an affair with his children's nanny. 165. Miller and Law ended their relationship in November 2006. 166. In 2008, Law was in a brief relationship with American model Samantha Burke. 167, 168, who gave birth to his 4th child in 2009. 162-169. In 2015, Law and Irish singer Catherine Harding welcomed a daughter, his fifth child, whose stepfather is Brazilian-born Italian footballer Jurgen Ho. 162. In 2019, Law married psychologist Philippa Cohen. 170. They welcomed their first child, his sixth, in 2020 and their second, his seventh, in 2023. Alexander Ray Baldwin III, born April 3, 1958, is an American actor and film producer. He is known for his leading and supporting roles in a variety of genres, from comedy to drama. He has received numerous accolades including 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards and 8 Actor Awards, as well as nominations for an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, and Tony Award. A member of the Baldwin family, Baldwin's film career began with a string of roles in 1988 in films such as Beetlejuice, Working Girl, and Married to the Mob before playing Jack Ryan in The Hunt for Red October, 1990. He was Oscar nominated for playing a casino manager in The Cooler, 2003, and BAFTA nominated for playing a charming ex-husband in It's Complicated, 2010. He has acted in films such as Glengarry Glen Ross, 1992, The Royal Tenenbaums, 2001, Along Came Polly, 2004, The Aviator, 2004, The Departed, 2006, and Blue Jasmine, 2013, as well as 2 Mission Impossible films, Rogue Nation, 2015, and Fallout, 2018. One from 2017 to 2021, he voiced the titular role in the Boss Baby film franchise. From 1999 to 2003, he narrated the American dubbed stories for seasons 5 and 6 of Thomas and Friends. From 2006 to 2013, Baldwin received critical acclaim starring alongside Tina Fey as Jack Donaghy on the NBC sitcom 30 Rock, winning 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 7 Screen Actors Guild Awards for Best Actor in a Comedy Series. A. Baldwin has hosted the NBC sketch series Saturday Night Live a record 17 times since 1990. There he earned critical acclaim for his portrayal of Donald Trump on the show, a role that won him his 3rd Primetime Emmy in 2017, 3 and nominations in 2018 and 2021. 4-5. In 2024, he starred in the Western film Rust, which gained media attention for a shooting incident in 2021, wherein cinematographer Helena Hutchins was shot and killed when Baldwin accidentally discharged a live round from a revolver that he was using as a prop. Baldwin, his wife Ilaria, and their 7 children are the focus of the related TLC reality series The Baldwins. 6. Baldwin made his Broadway debut in Loot, 1986, and was later nominated for the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for his portrayal of Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, 1992. He returned to Broadway in 20th Century, 2004, and Orphans, 2013. He hosted the Academy Awards in 2010 and the game show Match Game from 2016 to 2021. He was also a columnist for the Huffington Post. Early life and education. Alexander Ray Baldwin III was born on April 3, 1958 in Amityville, New York 7 and raised in the Nassau Shores neighborhood 9 of nearby Massapequa 10, the eldest son of Carol Newcomb, née Martineau, December 15, 1929 to May 26, 2022, 11 from Syracuse, New York 12 and Alexander Ray Baldwin Jr. October 26, 1927 to April 15, 1983, 13 a high school history/social studies teacher and football coach from Brooklyn. His maternal grandfather, Daniel Roy Martineau, played football at Syracuse and later played professionally in the National Football League for the Buffalo All-Americans and the Rochester Jeffersons. 14 He has 3 younger brothers, Daniel, b. 1960, William, b. 1963, and Stephen, b. 1966, who also became actors. He also has two sisters, Elizabeth Beth Cookaulver, née Baldwin, born 1955, 15, and Jane Ann Sasso, née Baldwin, born 1965, 15-16. Alec and his siblings were raised as Catholics. 17. They are of Irish, French, and English ancestry. 18-19. Through his father, Baldwin is descended from Mayflower passenger John Howland, and through this line, is the 13th generation of his family born in North America and the 14th generation to live in North America. 20. Baldwin attended Alfred G. Berner High School in Massapequa 19 and played football there under coach Bob Reef Snyder. From 1976 to 1979, he attended George Washington University. In 1979, he lost the election for student body president and received a personal letter from former U.S. President Richard Nixon encouraging him to use the loss as a learning experience. 21. Afterward, he transferred to the Tisch School of the Arts of New York University, NYU, where he studied with, among others, Jeffrey Horn and Myra Rostova at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. 10. Later, he was accepted as a member of the Actors Studio. 22. In New York City, Baldwin also worked as a busboy at the famed discotheque, Studio 54. In 1994, he completed his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at NYU. 23. Career. 1980 to 1992, rise to prominence. Baldwin with Kim Basinger at the 1994 César Awards, Paris. Baldwin's first acting role was as Billy Aldrich in the NBC daytime soap opera The Doctors from August 20, 1980, to 1982. In the fall of 1983, he starred in the short-lived television series Cutter to Houston. Baldwin made his television movie debut playing the titular Sheriff Ed Cassidy in The Sheriff and the Astronaut, 1984. He went on to appear as the brother of Valine Ewing and son of Lilamy Clements, played by Joan Van Ark and Julie Harris, respectively, in Knots Landing from 1984 to 1985. In 1986, Baldwin starred in Dress Gray, a 4-hour made-for-television miniseries, as an honest cadet sergeant who tries to solve the mystery of a murdered gay classmate. 24. Baldwin made his Broadway debut in 1986 in a revival of Joe Orton's Lute alongside Zoe Wanamaker, Zelko Ivanek, Joseph Marr, and Charles Keating. 25. This production closed after 3 months. Baldwin made his feature film debut with a minor role in the 1987 comedy mystery Forever, Lulu. In 1988, he rose to prominence acting in 5 major films. He starred in Tim Burton fantasy horror comedy Beetlejuice, 1988, opposite Michael Keaton and Geena Davis. He had supporting roles in the Mike Nichols romantic comedy Working Girl and Jonathan Demme's crime comedy Married to the Mob. He also co-starred in Oliver Stone's drama Talk Radio opposite Eric Bogosian and in the John Hughes romantic drama She's Having a Baby with Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth McGovern. He gained further recognition as a leading man with his role as Jack Ryan in The Hunt for Red October, 1990. That same year, he also starred in the black comedy crime film Miami Blues alongside Jennifer Jason Leigh and Fred Ward. 26-27 Baldwin met his future wife Kim Basinger when they played lovers in the 1991 film The Marrying Man. Next, Baldwin played a ferocious sales executive in Glengarry Glen Ross, 1992, a part added to the film version of David Mamet's Pulitzer Prize-winning stage play, including the monologue Coffees for Closers. Later that same year, he starred in Prelude to a Kiss with Meg Ryan, which was based on the Broadway play. The film received a lukewarm reception by critics and grossed only $22 million worldwide. 28. 1993 to 2005, established actor. He appeared with Basinger again in The Getaway, a 1994 remake of the 1972 Steve McQueen film of the same name. Also, in 1994, Baldwin made a foray into pulp fiction-based movies with the role of the title character in The Shadow. The film made $48 million. In 1996 and 1997, he starred in several more thrillers, including The Edge, The Juror, and Ghosts of Mississippi. His other Broadway credits include Carol Churchill's Serious Money with Kate Nelligan and a revival of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire, for which his performance as Stanley Kowalski garnered a Tony Award nomination for Best Actor. Baldwin also received an Emmy nomination for the 1995 television version of the production, in which both he and Jessica Lange reprised their roles, alongside John Goodman and Diane Lane. In 1998, Baldwin played the title role in Macbeth at the Public Theater alongside Angela Bassett and Liev Schreiber in a production directed by George C. Wolfe. From 1998 to 2002, he became the third American narrator and George Carlin's replacement for the fifth and sixth seasons of Thomas and Friends. Baldwin wrote an episode of Law and Order entitled Tabloid, which aired in 1998. In 2000, he played Mr. Conductor in the Thomas and Friends film Thomas and the Magic Railroad. In 2003, he acted in The Cat in the Hat. In 2002, Baldwin appeared in 2 episodes of Friends as Phoebe's overly enthusiastic love interest, Parker. He also portrayed a recurring character in several season 7 and 8 episodes of Will and Grace, in which he played Malcolm, a top-secret agent and the lover of Karen Walker, Megan Mullally. He also guest starred in the first live episode of the series. He played Dr. Barrett Moore, a retired plastic surgeon, in the series Nip/Tuck. Baldwin shifted towards character acting, beginning with 2001's Pearl Harbor, in which he played Lt. Col. Jimmy Doolittle. With a worldwide box office of $409,220,945, this film remains the highest-grossing film Baldwin has appeared in during his acting career. 29 Baldwin directed and starred in The Devil and Daniel Webster with Anthony Hopkins, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Dan Aykroyd in 2001. 30 The then unreleased film became an asset in a federal bank fraud trial when investor Jed Barron was convicted of bank fraud while the movie was in production. The film was eventually acquired by the Yari Group without Baldwin's involvement. 31. Baldwin was nominated for an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Actor for his performance in the 2003 gambling drama The Cooler. 10 He received acclaim for the role with Roger Ebert writing, "This is one of Alec Baldwin's best performances, as a character who contains vast contradictions. He can be kind and brutal simultaneously, affection and cruelty are handmaidens." 32 Baldwin collaborated with Martin Scorsese portraying Juan Trippe in the biographical drama The Aviator, 2004, and capped George Ellerby in the crime drama The Departed, 2006. 10 In 2004, Baldwin starred in a revival of Broadway's 20th Century about a successful and egomaniacal Broadway director, Baldwin, who has transformed a chorus girl, Anne Heche, into a leading lady. 33 Charles Isherwood of Variety gave the production a mixed review writing of Baldwin's performance. Baldwin is an earthy actor with a natural contemporary style, and his hoity-toity faux British accent sounds more off-key than it should. 34. On June 9, 2005, he appeared in a concert version of the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical South Pacific at Carnegie Hall. He starred as Luther Billies, alongside Reba McEntire as Nellie and Brian Stokes Mitchell as Emil. PBS taped and telecast the production on April 26, 2006. In 2006, he starred in the film Minnie's First Time. He performed opposite Sarah Michelle Gellar in Suburban Girl, 2007. 2006 to 2013, career resurgence with 30 Rock. Baldwin with Meryl Streep and Josh Wood in 2009. In 2006, Baldwin made theater news in Roundabout Theater Company's off-Broadway revival of Joe Orton's entertaining Mr. Sloan. In 2010, Baldwin starred opposite Sam Underwood in a critically acclaimed revival of Peter Shaffer's Equus, directed by Tony Walton at Guildhall in East Hampton, New York. 35 In 2007, the Yari Film Group announced that it would give the film, now titled Shortcut to Happiness, a theatrical release in the spring, and cable film network Stars announced that it had acquired pay TV rights for the film. Shortcut to Happiness was finally released in 2008. Baldwin, displeased with the way the film had been cut in post-production, demanded that his directorial credit be changed to the pseudonym Harry Kirkpatrick. 36. He starred as Jack Donaghy on NBC's 30 Rock, which first aired in October 2006. He met his future co-stars Tina Fey and Tracy Morgan while appearing on Saturday Night Live. Since season 3, Baldwin was credited as one of 30 Rock's producers. Barry Guerin of The Hollywood Reporter praised Baldwin's character writing. Donaghy is a perfect example of what's right with this show. 37. Baldwin has won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, 38 2 Golden Globe Awards and 7 Screen Actors Guild Awards for his role. He received his second Emmy nomination in 2008, marking his 7th Primetime Emmy nomination and first win. He won again in 2009. 39. Baldwin co-authored the book A Promise to Ourselves, A Journey Through Fatherhood and Divorce with Mark Tabb in 2008. Baldwin joined TCM's The Essentials' Robert Osborne as co-host beginning in March 2009. 41. In 2008, he had a voice role as the main antagonist in the DreamWorks animated film Madagascar, Escape to Africa. In 2009, he appeared in a series of commercials for Hulu that premiered during the Super Bowl broadcast. 42. On January 12, 2009, Baldwin became the host of the New York Philharmonic This Week, the nationally syndicated radio series of the New York Philharmonic. 43. He has recorded 2 nationally distributed public service radio announcements on behalf of the Save the Manatee Club. 44. In 2010, he made a 5-second cameo appearance with comedian Andy Samberg in a musical video titled Great Day, featured on the bonus DVD as part of Lonely Island's album Turtleneck and Chain. 45. Baldwin in 2012. Baldwin co-starred in the hit romantic comedy It's Complicated, 2009, with Meryl Streep and Steve Martin. Together, Streep and Baldwin received positive reviews for their on-screen chemistry. Manala Dargis of the New York Times wrote, "Mr. Baldwin does with Jake, who, with his shark smiles and thrusting gut, beautifully conveys male vanity in its twilight." 46. Kirk Honeycutt of the Associated Press wrote, "Baldwin has developed a second career in films and television by more or less spoofing his macho image." 47. Baldwin went on to receive a nomination for the BAFTA Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performance. That same year, Baldwin co-hosted the 82nd Academy Awards with Steve Martin in 2010. 48. The Boston Globe television critic Matthew Gilbert lauded the host's performance, saying that the delivery was expert and warmly conversational, like one of those old-school comedy teams. 49. He has hosted Saturday Night Live 17 times as of February 11, 2017, and holds the record for most times hosting the show. 50. On October 24, 2011, WNYC Public Radio released the first episode of Baldwin's podcast Here's the Thing, a series of interviews with public figures including artists, policymakers, and performers. The first 2 episodes featured actor Michael Douglas and political consultant Ed Rollins. 51. Between 2011 and 2020, Baldwin completed more than 150 interviews, with guests who included musician Wynton Marsalis, filmmaker Edward Norton, comedian David Letterman, violinist Itzhak Perlman, and pianist Lang Lang, among many others. 52. Here's the Thing was developed for Baldwin by Lou Okowski, Trey Kay, Kathy Russo, and Emily Botein. 53. On February 4, 2012, he hosted the 2011 NFL Honors Awards show. 54. He later hosted the second show on February 2, 2013. 55. Baldwin returned to Broadway as Harold in Orphans. The show, which opened April 18, 2013, was also to have starred Shia LaBeouf as Treat 56, but LaBeouf left the production in rehearsals and was replaced by Ben Foster. 57-58 Marilyn Stasio of Variety described Baldwin's performance as being executed with humor and compassion. 59 That same year Baldwin briefly hosted Up Late with Alec Baldwin on MSNBC. 60 On November 26, 2013, the program was cancelled after only 5 episodes, due in part to a street tirade captured on video, in which he allegedly called the videographer a cock-sucking fag. 61 62 63 Baldwin denied that he used the word fag, and later cited this incident as a major turning point in his public life. 64 Beginning in 2010, Baldwin appeared in a television campaign for Capital One as their spokesperson. 65 Following the 2013 confrontation with a videographer, his contract was not renewed. 66 And he was succeeded in the campaign by Jennifer Garner. 67-68. 2014, present. Baldwin co-starred in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, the 5th installment of the Mission Impossible series, released on July 31, 2015, and reprised the role in Mission Impossible Fallout, released on July 27, 2018. In 2016, Baldwin began hosting a reboot of the game show Match Game on ABC. That same year Baldwin gained acclaim and notoriety for his portrayal of Republican nominee Donald Trump during SNL's coverage of the 2016 presidential election, to critical acclaim. 69 In 2017, he won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series for his portrayal of Trump. 70 Baldwin continued in the role until Trump's defeat in the 2020 election. 71. In 2017, he took over as sole host of TCM's The Essentials following the death of his co-host, Robert Osborne. In August 2017, Baldwin's production company, El Dorado Pictures, signed a first-look deal with ABC Studios. 72 His 2017 memoir nevertheless debuted at number 5 on the New York Times hardcover nonfiction bestseller list. 73 On March 3, 2018, following the broadcast of the 90th Academy Awards, ABC broadcast a preview episode of the talk show The Alec Baldwin Show, at the time called Sundays with Alec Baldwin, scheduled to formally debut with a 9-episode order that fall. 74-75 On August 27, 2018, it was announced that Baldwin would join the cast for Joker, playing Thomas Wayne, father of Bruce Wayne. 76 Later, on August 29, 2018, Baldwin withdrew from the role. 77-78 That same year, Baldwin made cameo appearances in Spike Lee's historical drama Black KK-Klansman and Bradley Cooper's musical drama A Star Is Born as Dr. Kennebrew Beauregard and himself, respectively. 79-80 That same year, he guest starred as George Tenet in the Hulu miniseries The Looming Tower. 81. Baldwin was the subject of the 2019 edition of the Comedy Central Roast, which included a surprise appearance by his daughter Ireland among the roasties. 82 In 2021, Baldwin starred opposite Jamie Dornan and Christian Slater in the miniseries Dr. Death on Peacock. 83 He has a voice cameo as himself interviewing Lydia Tarr, played by Cate Blanchett in Tar, 2022, directed by Todd Field. 84 In 2023, Baldwin appeared in a cameo role in a Saturday Night Live sketch spoofing the Com app. 85 In 2024, he returned to Saturday Night Live playing Brett Baer opposite Maya Rudolph as Kamala Harris, spoofing a Fox News interview in the Cold Open sketch. 86 And later portrayed Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in a Cold Open sketch about Donald Trump's recent cabinet picks following his win in the 2024 presidential election. 87. Acting credits and accolades. Main articles, Alec Baldwin filmography and list of awards and nominations received by Alec Baldwin. Baldwin has also received a number of awards and nominations throughout his career for stage, television, and film roles. He has been nominated for the Academy Award, BAFTA Award, and Tony Award and has received 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 8 Screen Actors Guild Awards. On May 12, 2010, Baldwin gave a commencement address at New York University and was awarded a Doctor of Fine Arts degree, honoris causa. 88. Baldwin was named esteemed faculty by Stony Brook University after teaching a master class in acting at Stony Brook, Southampton. 89-90. Philanthropy. Baldwin and his mother Carol created the Carol M. Baldwin Cancer Research Fund in 1996, and dedicated the Carol M. Baldwin Breast Care Center at the Stony Brook University Hospital in her honor. 91-92. During his 2010 to 2013 stint as a spokesperson for Capital One, Baldwin's contract was written to fund Baldwin's charity foundation. He was paid $15 million over nearly 5 years. After taxes and accounting fees, the remainder, $14.125 million, was given to charity. 66. In March 2011, Baldwin donated $1 million to the New York Philharmonic, on whose board he served, and $500,000 to the Roundabout Theater Company, where he has performed plays in New York. 93. In recent years, his foundation has donated bookstore gift certificates to Long Island libraries to support literacy programs. 94. Personal life. Baldwin was briefly engaged in 1983 to actress Janine Turner. 95. He also dated Lori Loughlin, Lori Singer, Holly Gagnier, and Jennifer Love Hewitt. 96-97. Marriages. Kim Basinger. In 1990, Baldwin met actress Kim Basinger when they played lovers in the film The Marrying Man. 95. They married on August 19, 1993, and had a daughter, Ireland, born October 23, 1995. 98-99. They separated on December 5, 2095 and divorced on September 3, 2002. 100. Baldwin has called the attorneys in the case opportunists, and characterized Basinger's psychologists as part of the divorce industry. In his memoir, he blamed them more than Basinger, writing, "She is a person, like many of us, doing the best she can with what she has." 101. In his memoir, Baldwin stated that these issues placed stress on his relationship with his daughter. Baldwin wrote that he had to spend over $1 million. 102. Put time aside from his career. 103. Travel extensively. 104. And find a house in California, having previously lived in New York. 105. In order to stay in his daughter's life. 106. On April 11, 2007, he left a voicemail message in response to an unanswered arranged call, in which he called his 11-year-old daughter a rude, thoughtless little pig. The tape was sold to TMZ, which published the recording despite laws against publishing media related to a minor without the permission of both parents. 107. Baldwin described the incident as a mistake that did not make him a bad parent. 108. During an interview with Playboy in June 2009, he stated that he contemplated suicide after the voicemail leaked to the public but sought professional help. He stated that he felt Basinger would have considered it a victory if he committed suicide and that it was her avowed goal to destroy him. 109. In late 2008, Baldwin toured in support of his book on fatherhood and divorce. 110, 111, 112, 113. In May 2023, Baldwin became a grandfather when Ireland had a baby girl with musician RAC, Andre Allen Anjos. 114. Baldwin and Ilaria Thomas, center right, at the 2011 US Open, opening day. Ilaria Baldwin. Baldwin with Ilaria Hayward Thomas in 2011. By August 2011, Baldwin began dating Ilaria Thomas, a yoga instructor with Yoga Vida in Manhattan. 115, 116. Baldwin and Thomas moved from the Upper West Side to Greenwich Village that August. 117 The couple became engaged in April 2012. 115 and married on June 30, 2012, at St. Patrick's Old Cathedral in New York City. 118 They have 7 children together. 119 120 In 2024 the Baldwin family taped a reality show, The Baldwins, which premiered on February 23, 2025, on TLC. 121 122. Health and dieting. Baldwin and his wife are pescatarians who eat a predominantly plant-based diet with fish and eggs. 123 124 125 Baldwin gave up eating beef in 1991 and is a supporter of People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. 125 In 2019, he authored an article for CNN supporting the Eat Lancet report and recommended a plant-based diet due to global environmental issues. 126. Baldwin has discussed his experiences with Lyme disease. 127. 2021 Rust shooting. Main article, Rust shooting incident. On October 21, 2021, Baldwin was filming on the set of the then upcoming film Rust, of which he was also a producer, at the Bonanza Creek Ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico, when he discharged a gun being used as a prop, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza. The Hutchins family filed a wrongful death suit against Baldwin for his part in the fatal shooting. 128 On October 5, 2022, Baldwin reached an undisclosed settlement with Hutchins' family in their wrongful death lawsuit. 129 In March 2024, court documents were filed indicating the producers of Rust, including Baldwin, were 9 months late in paying agreed settlement fees to the widower and son of Helena Hutchins. 130 As of November 2024, one of the 2 payments had been made. 131. Baldwin was charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter on January 31, 2023. 132 The elevated second charge was eventually dropped after his lawyers argued that he was being incorrectly charged with a version of the law that was not passed until months after the shooting. 133 On February 23, he pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter. 134 In April, lawyers for Baldwin announced that the criminal charges against him had been dropped by prosecutors. 135 136 137 On October 17, 2023, New Mexico special prosecutors announced that their findings indicated that Baldwin may be guilty of involuntary manslaughter. 138. In January 2024, a grand jury indicted Baldwin on an involuntary manslaughter charge. The indictment provided prosecutors with 2 options for pursuing this charge, one based on negligent use of a firearm, and the other for felony misconduct with the total disregard or indifference for the safety of others. 139 140. On May 24, Santa Fe-based Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer denied a motion which was filed by Baldwin to dismiss his trial, thus clearing the way for the trial to begin. 141 142 Baldwin's trial began in Santa Fe on July 9. 143 On July 12, Sommer dismissed the case against Baldwin with prejudice because the prosecution had withheld evidence from the defense. 144 145 Sommer found that Santa Fe County Sheriff's officer made the decision, and apparently also with the prosecutor, that the evidence was of no evidentiary value and failed to connect the evidence to the case, such that the willful withholding of this information was intentional and deliberate, and if not done in bad faith, came so close to bad faith as to display signs of scorching prejudice. 146 147 On October 25, Judge Sommer upheld her dismissal. 148. In January 2025, Baldwin filed a civil rights suit against officials in Santa Fe, New Mexico, alleging that he was wrongfully prosecuted for manslaughter in the death of Helena Hutchins. 149 The court dismissed the lawsuit in July 2025 because Baldwin and his lawyers had not taken steps to move the case forward. 150. The Trial of Alec Baldwin, a documentary directed by Rory Kennedy that follows Baldwin, the case, and trial, had its world premiere at Doc NYC in November 2025. 151 Kennedy stated in an affidavit that Baldwin did not approach or commission the project, nor did he have creative or editorial control. 152 Kennedy was denied access to the production of Rust as producers felt Baldwin was pursuing the project in order to exonerate himself, with director Joel Souza declining to sit for an interview. 153 154. Political views. Baldwin is a Democrat and endorsed Barack Obama in his two presidential campaigns. 155 156 He serves on the board of People for the American Way. He is an animal rights activist and a staunch supporter of PETA. 157 For which he has done work that includes narrating the video entitled Meet Your Meat. 158 Baldwin lent his support to the Save the Manatee Club by donating his time to record several public service announcements for the group, which had contacted him following his role in the